Hi. How's everyone doing? Metaphysical Mama, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you coming to hang out. Happy solstice. So today's December 21st. It's the winter solstice. And I was just going to get into the the definition, etymology of the word solstice a little bit. I'm just going to do a little quick brief one here. So please like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd be so kind, collective, soul tribe. And yeah, let's get into this. So the word solstice ultimately derives from the Latin solstitium, which comes from the parts sol, sun, and sistere, to stand still. This means that solstitium literally translates to something like the standing still of the sun. Solstice gets its shine from sol. Where does the word solstice originate from? Solstice gets its shine from sol, the Latin word for sun. The ancients added sol to stit, a participle stem of sistere, which means to stand still, and came up with solstitium. Middle English speakers shortened solstitium to solstice in the 14th century. That's from Merriam-Webster. Now 14, Osiris number. And the heart chakra is really open. I was mentioning in the other video I just did, just brief a little bit about like the Tin Man, like dunk dunk, right? Oil can, which also kind of is relevant to, right? Like Adam and Eve's story too. It's like Dorothy in the garden, right? And she's like goes to pick an apple off the tree, and the tree throws apples at her, right? Like, how'd you like somebody to pick something off of you, right? And then the scarecrow's with her, and he's like, I'll show you how to get apples. And he's like, and then the apple tree starts throwing apples, right? So he tricked the apple tree into throwing apples, right? So it's a little bit of the garden too, in a sense. And when she found the Tin Man, right, she like was picking up apples, and then she's, comes across the Tin Man's foot and starts knocking on his foot and like up his leg, right? And she's like, sees this, right, this man made of metal, which has a lot to do with now too, right? So exciting times we're in. So let's see, let's read the etymology. I didn't do it before I came on, so it's fresh and new for me and you. So let's see. Thanks again for coming in and hanging out. All right. So mid 13th century, from Old French solstice, 13th century, from Latin solstitium, point at which the sun seems to stand still. Especially the sun, too. And before we just finished the other reading, we just pulled this, which is very like, right, kind of, right, a standstill. Right, just standing still and taking a look at things and allowing what needs to come through. And that's it. And let it go, right? We got the sun and the snow. All right. Especially the summer solstice, from sol, the sun, from pi root sawel, Sawel, the sun, plus past participle, stem of sistere, right? Like sis star, right? The sun is a star, which we all are made of the stars. And you do have a natal chart, right? Find which one you are. 505. Stars, suns, souls. Time for our souls to soar. No ceilings, no floors, no windows, no doors. I said no windows. That's funny. That's interesting. That came out. Usually I say no ceilings, no floors, no walls, no doors. Maybe we got too many peeping toms in the windows. Too many eyeballs of up in all the everybody's sauce. Okay, let's see. So past participle stem of sistere, stand still, take a stand, to set, right? Set, sunset, Osiris and set. Place, cause to stand. From pi, S-I-S-T, reduplicated form of root sta, S-T-A, to stand. Make or be firm. In early use, Englished as sunstead, late Old English sunsteed. And sawel, S-A-W-E-L. And just to introduce myself a bit, I work with energy, and that's about it. So metaphysics is, right? Energy is everything. Energy never lies, people do. So, and not that we always mean to, it's just a part of, right, our nature. And, right, like, how are you? I'm fine, right? So sometimes that could just be a lie, right? But we don't always want to go blah, 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 blah. So sometimes we need to learn how to take that time and space for ourselves so that our emotional bodies are being nurtured by our sun, which is so smart and intellectual in here. We don't want to let it keep getting away and running off, chasing deer. Tales of the deer. So well. Proto-Indo-European root meaning the sun. So well. That's just so well. So, and I also write play on words, play with words, play with energy. So that's why I don't make a lot of sense in the right common terms as far as, especially as channel goes, 808, because it's more about untying the knot, not tying the knot, right? We're going to the root, to the origin of things, and becoming more consciously aware and playful. All right, let's see. So according to Watkins, the L in it originally was a suffix, and there was an alternative from S-U-N with suffix N, hence the two forms represented by Latin sol, English sun, and sol and moon, right? Sol and moon. Solomon, that keeps coming up too. It forms all or part of anthelion, aphelion, gurasol, heliacal, helio, heliotrope, helium, insulate, insulation, parasol, parhelion, perihelion, sol, solar, solarium, solstice, solstice, south, southern, sun, and Sunday. It is the hypothetical source of evidence for its existence is provided by Sanskrit Surya, Avestan Havar, sun, light, heavens, Greek Helios, Latin sol, the sun, sunlight, Lithuanian sole, Old Church Slav. I may not have said that properly. Pardon me if I did not. Old Church Slavic, slunis, Gothic, soil, Old English, soul, sun, Old English, suelo, sky, heavens, the sun. Welsh, hall. Old Cornish, huel, healed, excuse me. Breton, heel, sun. Old, like shield. Old Irish, suil, eye. Avestan, e, gwing, son. Old Irish, fur sunud, 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 fur sunud, lighting up. Old English, sun, German, son, son. Gothic, suno, the sun. I place myself. Sta means is Proto-Indo, Proto-Indo-European, meaning to stand, set down, make or be firm, with derivatives meaning place or thing that is standing. Right? Like last man standing. It forms all or part of Afghanistan, Anastasia, apostasy, apostat, armistice, arrest, assist, astatic, astatine, Baluchistan, bedstead, circumstance, consist, constable, constant, constitute, contrast, excuse me, cost, desist, destination, destin, destitute, diastas, distance, distant, ecstasy, epistasis, epistemology, establish, estaminet, estate, estagir, existence, extant, Hindustan, histidine, histo, histogram, histology, histone. Surprised they don't have history. Oh, histan, yeah. Hypostasis. Oh boy. Insist, instant, instauration, institute, interest, isotasi, Kazakhstan, isostatic, metastasis, obstacle, obstetric, obstinate, oust, Pakistan, peristyle, persist, post, noun, timber, set upright, press, verb, to force into service, presto, prostate, prostitute, resist, rest. Verb to be left, remain, restitution, restive, restore, shtetl, solstice, stable, right? Like Saint Abel. Secure against falling is adjective. Stable, noun. Building for domestic animals. Stage, the whole world is the stage. See, and now, see, this is good. We're reading all this because, like, the cabal and all the those that mess with the words, the narratives, and those that have been around for a long time, they play with all the words, right? So it's like they everything vibration. So we could think it means one thing, but then it has a whole nother meaning. And I see Taurus up here at the end. Right? So there's a whole bunch of stuff. That's why we're taking the time to read through this. I also see trunk of a plant coming up. So let's continue. Let's see what else. So stage, stalag, stalwart, stamen, stan. Remember that Eminem song? Stance, stanchion, stand, standard, stanza, stapes, starboard. Ooh, I like that word. Starboard. That's a cool, I love it. It's like the sky, the starboard. Stare decisis, stasis, state. Noun one, circumstances, conditions. Or it's getting cold. Stature, static, station, statistics, stator, statue, stature, status, statute, staunch. Adjective, strong, substantial, stay. Verb, first, come to a halt, remain in place. You know, um, I was talking with a girlfriend earlier today, and one of her, she was talking to me about her job and work and what have you, and the environment that she works in, and everybody has their comical stories from work or jobs or whatever, right? Life, just daily. The people that we meet and the people that we have to to deal with on a regular basis, coexist and get along with, etc. Right? All have different pieces of the puzzle, and we all need to work together, right, in order to make something work. So the one of the people, one of the guys at the job, is kind of a nervous Nelly, but he'd like more responsibility, but he has a lot of nervous energy and stuff. And so one of the other girls from the job, I guess, finally I said, I thought this was such a good statement. That's why I'm sharing it, right? You're going to stay with it until you're comfortable with it. You're going to keep doing it until you're comfortable with it. It's like, because we have to learn to start getting comfortable with uncomfortable, and it is a really difficult, because none of us like to feel uncomfortable, right? So just food for thought. Um, we can all be that guy, the nervous guy in the office that wants more responsibility. But when we get asked to do something, we're not sure of ourselves, or we get scared, we're afraid. Why? We're not sure we'll be accepted, or we're going to do it right, or we're having a glitch. So and we can play again all of these different parts, is what I'm saying, right? So sometimes we just need to take a look at ourselves and actually stand still, come to a place where we're at a still, not where we're appearing and making it look like we're fine and everything's okay, even though it's not. And we just got to keep, staying on routine and going around and round the sun, right? This is the solstice. We just had a full moon in Gemini, right? The Gemini meteor showers are still in effect. We just had Comet Leonard, which is the one and only time it's coming through our solar system, right? And it was so close to, right, Venus 17th. We had asteroid Nereus, which represents the old man of the sea, right? Leonard represents Leo, the lion. We had full moon in Gemini, the twins, right? Twin flames, or parallels, or binary, or two, or duality, always two, 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 two. Now we're in the solstice. Today's the solstice, right? The day, right? The earth stood still. The sun stood still, appears to be standing still. So coming to a place of calm, a place of peace, a place I can find myself, right? In the true Middle East, right? True North, right? Dive into yourself. Splash. Right? You got to come back home. Allow the waves to take you home. And then allow yourself to be right where you need to be right now in your right now moment, right? Allow your sun to come back to you. 2020, 2020, 2022, 2021 is coming to a standstill, a halt. We're flowing into the new year and we're in the new age of, right, Aquarius. So there's so much going on, right? And I love that starboard, right? And too, right? Like in the Bible it says, or in whatever, right? Pay close attention to the writings on the walls, right? The stars. 2101, 2102. Okay, let's see. So statue, stay, strong, substantial, stay, come to a halt, remain in place, stay, strong rope which supports a ship's mast, steed, steer, male beef cattle. Pardon me, one sec. Hello. Hey, are you here? Okay. Okay, see you in a few. Oh, love you. So sorry. Okay. So male beef cattle, steer, guide the course of a vehicle, stem, right? Like the stem that comes up to, right? The wheel of our vehicle, our car, or the stem in our vehicle. Oh, stem cell, stem to the sun. Yeah, and stem is also, oh, I have that here somewhere. The abbreviation. I know I said it the other day and I didn't say what it was. The acronym for STEM. Something science, technology, something in mathematics. Is it energy? Science, technology, and math. Something E and math. I forget right now, but there's so many of them anyway, but that's just one of them. Okay, so let's see. Trunk of a plant, stern, hind part of a ship, stet, stoa, stoic. This is still all under solstice. Stoic, stool, store, stound, stow, stood. Noun 1, nailhead, knob, stud. Noun 2, horse kept for breeding, right? The stud, yeah. That goes a lot into, right, like a lot of, like Mandingo and the bull and all that, right? Again, like a lot of this, right, coming out of this old way of life and into, right, a new perspective. Because again, certain things, right, I guess maybe, right, had to be done until we're in this now, and that's what's made the consciousness and emotional and mental states of being, right, a lot of PTSD. There's been a lot of harm and, right, torture and self-imposed and external, right, self-imposed, or saying more so self-imposed. I need to, sorry, when I channel, I smoke. That's why I always see me smoking on here. So yeah, self-imposed, self-conflict, self-imposed prophecies or self-enslavement. But that due to the nature of different ways that we've, right, been brought up, or what has happened in our past, through our past lives, right, through our roots, through our ancestral bloodlines, what is in the consciousness, in the sleeping atoms, which are the cells that are containing the so-called virus, right? That's just something that's not been activated or is asleep. So when it gets activated and starts to wake up and recognize itself, it goes through some, right, glitch, it's like blah, right? It's like a nightmare, and there's a lot of things that come up. So our cells have, each atom has cellular data memory. So as we go through all these different cosmic alignments and the different things that we're made of, right? The sun that we are, the star system that we're made up of, and right, the multiple elements and etc. It has an effect on our well-being, how we're responding and reacting to life on a daily, right, nightly basis, due to the effect of the nature of the cosmos and what we are made of, and the right, the it's like, right, and anything in motion, right? It's like the right nuclear atomic attacks going on inside in the body, which we're calling, right, virus. It's happening in the sun, in the solar plexus and the crown chakra, which then gives us messes up our mind, which is Mercury, okay, and our emotional body and our mental state, our universe, right, our matrix, our belief systems. It's messing with all of our systems, right? So it's like glitch work, and it causes lots of different, some things may be like, ooh, right, a different asteroids are all feminine, as we travel by or are mixing with different asteroids between the Earth and the Sun, we're igniting, right, the DNA, the cosmos within all of us and everyone. Woo woo. They're so cute when they get me a rhyme like that. Spirit does that. And I love it. I hope you do too. Oh, we go uptown, all around and through. There ain't, again, no ceilings, no doors, no, right, windows. That's so weird. No windows, no floors. I don't know about the walls. Sounds another brick in the wall. I guess we're taking the bricks out of the walls. So we're taking the walls down brick by brick, right? Atom by atom, right? All you got to do is work with it, the cell, the brick, the atom. Super fucking cool, spirit. Oh, I always got the brick, but right, the brick, the cell, the atom, and bricks. Oh, interesting. Okay, hold up. Okay, we're gonna finish this up quick, and then I'm gonna depart, and then maybe tomorrow we'll continue doing a little more. We'll see. There's so much going on, and lots of right fire energy. So remember to allow this birthing process, because this is truly what we're all birthing, parts ourself, right? Our devilish son into the Christ one, right? Allowing our Osiris to take his proper seat at the throne, right? Allowing our twins to be rocked back and forth, right? So they know they're not alone, right? So all these little different things come into play when we play with ourselves in a metaphysical way, right? Play with our soul, allow our souls to sing, right? Metta also means soul, right? They did a show the other day, soul hunting. It's like, well, yeah, it's like totally like reading the souls of other beings, right? Allowing energy to be what it is, right? And bring, 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 bring. All right. Let's see. So hind part of a ship, the booty, remember that song? All right. Stoa, stoic, stool, store, stound, stow, stood. We did all this, I think. Nailhead, knob, horse, kept for breeding, stylite, subsist, substance, substitute. Lots of motherfuckers trying to substitute for one for another or alter things so that they can write there. So lots of like, right, we all wear like black magic and shit going on and shape shifting and glamour and all this other stuff beings are doing. Whatever. It's just, there ain't no substitute for the real thing, baby. And when it's 808. Woot woot. Superstition. How does that go? Ain't no superstition writing on the wall. There's the wall. System, Taurus, and understand. It is the hypothetical source of evidence for its existence. It is provided by Sanskrit, tistati, stands, Avestan, histati, to stand, Persian, stan, country. That was funny yesterday. Country. I didn't even never put that together either before. Literally where one stands. Right, a country is feminine. I three of them. Greek histemi, put place, cause to stand, weigh. And this is the weighing time. It's the scales. A standing still, statos, placed, stylos, pillar. Latin sistere, stand still, stop, make stand, place. Produce in court, status, manner, position, condition, attitude, stare, to stand, to make stand, to place, produce in court. So to try to make something stand or place in court, and that's a lot of shit too. That's going like a lot of falsification, like anything that's false and I don't know. All I know is they said should have let go. All right. Status, manner, position, condition, attitude, stare, to stand, statio, station, post, Lithuanian, stoius. I place myself. I place myself. I place myself. That's like Akhenaten, right? Statao, I place. Old Church Slavic, staja, place myself. Stanu, position. Gothic, stand-in. Old English, stand-in, to stand. Steed, place. Old Norse, steady. Anvil, anvil. Old Irish, sesam, the act of standing. That made me think, stop eating my sesame cake. You ever see Stargate, the movie, the original movie? I love that movie. Stargate, Star Portals. We're going through. Are y'all ready? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. All right. Well, that was not quite as interesting as I thought it was going to be. It was very interesting. It was just a lot of like ba 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 ba. I've never had an etymology word break down so much like that. So that was very I mean, I know there's many, but yeah, most of the time it's like a nice chunk of good reading. Ha ha ha. So tomorrow I'm gonna do knowledge. I have knowledge pulled up here if you want to take a look at that. We got Page of Pentacles. Might want to do a little, right? It's like discover something new, right? Discovering America within ourselves, right? All the little pieces of gold, microchips. Don't let anybody take you away from you. Nothing's ever perfect. A lot of us have expectations and just think or feel like, certain ways. Think people are supposed to do certain things and it's supposed to be this way. And if they don't, then the emotional body's like starts threatening. So coming back in and allowing, right, Eve, the emotional body, to be at one's side, right, of Adam, where I am an Adam. I have to keep my emotions at bay best I can. And I try to create and make and sustain safe boundaries. But many come into the waters of others, right? They just dip their toes in or their eyeballs or their hands or other things and or take, right? We have intellectual property and dreamscapes and all this other stuff, thoughts, right? Destinies, right? Everybody's after something. It's supposed to be happily ever after. After and then. No, and then. Remember that movie? Dude, where's my car? So, yeah, it's a standstill. Everybody's getting weighed. That was part of it, right? The scales. And all thoughts and feelings are worth, right? We're worth. We are the resources. Everything we put out is what we're worth, right? Our name in capital letters and the numbers, the SS, the social security number, right? The SS that's attached to it. That's the company you represent, right? All that you do, all that you are, that's right. Your sun, your soul, your star, your ass, right? The hind of your ship, the hind of the ship, your assets, right? On Pluto here, this is my Pluto card, right? It's like, okay, what have you done? Right? So the everything's getting measured out and balanced out and weighed, right? But we have to do the work from within, go through, right? Dig ourselves out of the graves. So peace out till next time. I'm going to get dinner. Mwah. One love, divine. Stay divine.